It's Modern Dealerships in the Box interviews, exciting times here at NADA 2020. I'm Joey Little with Modern Dealership, and thanks to AutoAlert for having us basically planted right in the middle of their booth here at NADA. Not that it matters, but it's day 2, and we're towards the end of day 2 at NADA, and this guy's been in high demand because he's got a decently new job, or kind of recently new job, and we're not talking like he came in as a manager or even a director or even a vice president. You came in as CEO of DealerFX. Bill Lucchini is with me, but you're not Canadian, even though DealerFX is in Canada. Where did you come from, and how did you get into automotive retail software business?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's new for me, and doing quite a bit of commuting up to Canada. I live in Boston, but it's a short flight, so it works out. I came from a tech background. I've run all sorts of high-growth tech businesses, cloud-based businesses, and the match with DealerFX is, here's a cloud-based business, growing fast, all about scale, and so auto industry is new for me, but that tech side and the growth side and the business management side is that's my history. So
forte.
That was the fit. So.
How did they, were you on ladders.com or what was going on? How did DealerFX and you get connected?
No, really smart. Gary Kalk, the founder of DealerFX, sharp guy. He thought about what they needed, did the spec out, hired a recruiting agency, and they started mining for high growth business leaders in tech. And so they reached out, they found me.
Yeah.
And so when I met Gary, first of all, thought he was a great guy, started hearing about the business, I really felt like there's huge potential in what we could do for the business, partly because of the conversations I had with them. Then I also did some stealth research, talked to some of their customers, and got some pretty glowing pictures of how they viewed the product. And it all starts with the product. So
we're going to talk about that a little bit, and what your theme here at NADA with DealerFX, but I do want to say that I do believe that AutoAlert and you are like step cousins, right? Because we're both involved with the HGGC with Steve Young and all that, and Modern Dealership underneath that envelope as well. So welcome to the family, I guess, across the board.
I'm a 49ers fan.
Are you?
So we got the Steve Young connection, so I'm very happy with that.
You're talking to an entire booth full of Kansas City people, right? Coming off.
Thank you very much.
Coming off a Super Bowl win. So, but we'll get away from sports. That can be a little tricky if you're a 49ers fan. But I think Steve was proud of us finally getting that. The Power of One theme that DealerFX has going. Explain to me, what's that Power of One?
Yeah, look, we're in an industry where there are tons of point solutions out there. There are tons of companies trying to do one little thing for a dealership, and there's tons of different forces on a dealership, from the OEM, from their customers, profit margins. There's a lot going on. To us, it said, let's make it simpler. We have one platform that solves all the problems in the service lane, front to back, of managing a customer service experience. We think about it as one team, where we're with that dealership, that if we can make them successful, we believe we're going to have a long-term partnership, right? And then we have one goal, which is all about us getting everybody aligned, making sure great customer experience, high profitability for the dealership, OEM getting what they need out of the agreement in terms of, whether it's part sales or customer experience or everything, getting everybody on the same page, and we're doing it through that one platform. That's really what we're talking about.
It's interesting because a DealerFX associated with fixed ops, the service lane, and how it's being kind of narrowing it down to like, this is a simplistic thing of what we do, right? You've got some new stuff that's going on that you brought here to NADA, I guess, kind of like showing it to the world, which is one is the sales to service. Express check-in, and then total service marketing. Let's start with sales to service. Just a quick kind of elevator idea of sales to service.
Yeah. So dealership is really split in half: the selling side and the service side. What's crazy is when you sell cars, so many of those customers never come back for service. And we know that a lot of the profit of a dealership is driven by that service experience and having that customer come back.
Oh, absolutely.
Do their service in the dealership and then get their next car through the dealership. But you have a huge drop-off rate between the sale and that service department. So for us, it's about providing a way for dealerships to book that first service appointment in the sales process. So just plugging in at the tail end of that sales process, helping make sure that customer's set up properly and in for their first appointment, right?
I would suggest that makes a lot of sense because I just recently bought a 2019 Ford Explorer. And I'm thinking now that how awesome would it have been to go ahead and schedule that 6 months out for, or whatever it is for that 10,000 or 15,000 or 5,000 mile thing, and I didn't. I have to rely. I know the dealership's going to have to rely on getting a hold of me, hoping that I answer, hoping that I return the call, hoping that I open the email.
Right.
But that makes a lot of sense. Is that you go ahead and start the process ahead of time.
Yeah, and if you think about it, right, you probably want to do the service on your car, but in 6 months, when they start emailing you, they're going to email you while you're in the middle of doing one of these, or you're on a plane, and it's going to be hard to get your focus to do the right thing. And so it'd just be much easier for you if it's taken care of while you have focus on it.
It makes 100% sense, and I'm just saying this to rise you up, but I get aha moments when I talk to people like yourself and the products that are coming up. I mean, whether it be lot links or dealer FX. There's a reason why I go to the doctor every 3 months. I'm not an every 6 month guy. I mean, I'm getting older, I'm a little overweight. I go every 3 months. I don't leave that doctor's office until I'm scheduling my next appointment. The same with my dentist. It's not one of these like, hey, thanks for the cleaning. Get a hold of me next time it's time for me to get my teeth cleaned. I'm there with them right then, and they're saying, hey, 6 months from now, how does May, the week of 10? That's basically what dealerships are missing out on, right?
Look, and
it's maintenance, just like a doctor and a dentist is maintenance. But
exactly. And I don't mean to switch topics, but you're making me think it's an aha moment of mine, right? Is if you think about that, now you think about what we're doing with customer self check-in. I fly a lot. I fly back and forth to Toronto, and I never walk up to the desk and say, can I check in for my flight?
Yeah, I've never done that either.
I do it on my mobile phone, right? And I've got the.
What's your prefer? What do you, JetBlue, or what do you do out of Boston?
I'm doing Air Canada.
Air Canada. So they have I have their app since I've been up there. Very simplistic.
Exactly. And then you look at what we do, what every customer goes through when you go into a dealership. You drive in, you park your car, you meet somebody, you talk to them, you check in at the dealership. Why do I not do that on my mobile phone? That was our aha moment about the check-in experience. Is look, customers want to do this stuff on their phone, and dealerships want them to do it, because what do they get out of it? More efficiency, plus it's a huge problem. These customers book appointments, then they don't show up. Right? So you're saying I can't take any more appointments today, and then you get 20% of the people don't show up. And you got techs who go idle. Right? So if you have 24 hours, check in ahead of time, you can load up the schedule a little bit more.
Just like when I fly Southwest.
Exactly.
I want to get a better seat, I'm going to check in when I can. That's very interesting how that comes. What I'm hearing, and I want to get into total service marketing, but what I'm hearing from you on these product releases at NADA is I'm hearing customer experience. Is that a focus for Dealer FX?
100%. It's really, to me, if you want to have a great software business, create value for your customers. And these dealers, right, it's a hard business. You've got a service lane where at 8 a.m. in the morning, you've got incredible pressure of customers coming in there. And they all expect perfect customer service simultaneously, right? And at the same time, you've got turnover of your staff. You've got new people coming in, they have to be trained. It's operationally a hard business. So from a software perspective, it's our job to figure out ways where we can understand what's painful and what's hard and create solutions for it. And if we do that well, we create customers for life, right?
So you sound very similar to AutoAlert. I mean, you look for those challenges, and you're addressing them as simplistic as it sounds. Because what aha moments to me is, why didn't anybody think about this before? Like, it sounds so simple that you check in for flights, you check in for, or I schedule my appointments in my doc. It's like, I'm doing it in every other aspect of my life. Why am I not doing it in my car? What about total service marketing? Does that fit into the whole customer experience as well, or?
Yeah, let me say one last thing on that. Just to say, why didn't anybody think of this before? You know why on self-check-in people didn't think of it? Is because all our customers came and asked us for a kiosk, right? And we said, why do you want a kiosk?
You want them to go check in at a kiosk,
So we went and researched and we looked at it and we realized, actually you're trying to solve a problem, but we think there's a better way to solve it. And you can model it after airlines or any other example where you're doing that kind of a check-in.
No, it's innovative, and it's especially with a kiosk, because you'd end up building an app anyway. That's everybody does everything
exactly
from
right.
their phones.
And look, our customer self-check-in, you can put it up on an iPad on a counter, and you could do a kiosk style.
I'd probably go into the IFTTT app, and I would try to do my geolocation with my app at the dealerships that I'd check in for me when I got there, you know what I mean? That's what I would do.
You're kind of hardcore over there, all right.
Because I wouldn't want to forget to check in, I want to get my car done as quick. Yeah, moving on to total service marketing.
Yeah, so total service marketing, what that's about is, if you get your customer in there for service, that's great. You get them through the service experience, they have a great experience. The last thing that you want to have happen is have them disappear. Or forget to follow up when they say, hey, brakes are coming due pretty soon. Are we going to do it this time? No, we'll do it later. You want to follow up on those things, whether it's declined services or potentially lost customers or equity mining, right?
Right.
You're in a 2015 Ford Explorer, your payment is this, it's time to look at a 2019, 2020.
Right.
All of those things, whatever is on the dealership's mind, we have a product called Customer Connect, which mines the data out of that service experience to help you set up campaigns that'll run on an automated basis.
Okay.
Over the top is total service marketing, where if that's a lot of time and dedication and you don't have marketing professionals in your dealership, use ours. Yeah. Right? We have people who live and breathe for this, and you could basically ask us to do it for you, and they'll go in there, mine that data, understanding your objectives, and set up ongoing campaigns that will continually bring people into your dealership.
And don't worry about what you're hearing right now. The microphones aren't picking that up, but they're giving away a Harley Davidson over there. They got a big slot machine. So but everybody heard you exactly what you're saying. Right. Very, very, you're smart. You're a smart guy. Yeah. Well, and you must have good teams.
We do. Yeah. It's about the guys doing the work.
Yeah.
Right? The marketing team is fantastic. Just some of the ROI numbers they've shown me are unbelievable on what they're achieving for our dealers. So it's good stuff, and we've actually closed, I don't know, it's at least a dozen deals on total service marketing at the show here. So the
aha moments are connecting with the dealers.
Yeah.
Tell me, I think Colacelli, which by the way, she's my favorite Canadian. She's above Jim Carrey, Mike Myers. Colacelli is my favorite Canadian of all time. Don't tell her that.
And
she's
it's
not
on
even
record.
Listening. Kia. Yeah. You guys just did something with Kia.
Yeah.
What's the 411 on that?
Yeah, it's fantastic. So we're a certified provider for Kia now, and I'm loving it. I've been into, 4 or 5 Kia dealerships, prospects, customers that we have, and the fit with our solution is fantastic. Just the way Kia is trying to work, they want to make their dealerships very modern. They want to take care of their customers, and the way they run their service department, it's just a perfect fit for our software. And so we've actually been signing up Kia dealerships left and right since we made the announcement. It's probably one of our hottest growth areas for the company right now. So really excited about what's going on with Kia.
Any continued success? You've only been with DealerFX now for what, a month and a half?
No. That's the CEO role.
Oh, you were in before.
I came in as COO last summer.
Okay, yeah.
The plan was always to transition, but we did a little training
session.
That's
still what, 8 months?
Yeah.
Or 9 months?
Yeah, it's a short.
That's impressive, and it's impressive what you guys are doing. Yep. Somebody won the Harley Davidson. Wasn't us. We didn't win it. But I wish you nothing but success. Don't tell Colacelli I said she was my favorite.
Okay,
all right?
I won't.
We look forward as sister companies. Bill Lucchini, he is and I said it right, Lucchini. I told you I butcher these. Yeah. He is the new CEO of DealerFX. You want to check him out, it's DealerFX. I think it's dealer-fx.
Dealer-fx.com.
Or you just type in DealerFX like I do in Google, take it right there. Yeah. Good stuff. I think the service department is completely, I think everybody will agree, there needs to be more done. There's got to be a lot more focused on that. Yeah. And I will tell you, if you haven't connected with a guy named Glenn Posh, he's the CEO of PCG Companies. He's on a crusade of fixed ops on the service side. So, and he's a Jersey guy. So I don't know if you're a California guy living in Boston, or are you a Boston guy?
I'm a Boston guy.
So if we can make up a little bit on the sports side, I've been a Red Sox fan since '86. Does that help?
Go.
It's even tattooed on me.
I'm a Red Sox fan.
All right, now we just found out.
All right,
and we'll have some ketchup chips together.
Yeah, that's
sometime.
right.
Thanks a lot for joining us on In the Box. I'm Joey Little. We have another day of interviews, even though you're not watching these in order. But go ahead, click subscribe, and check out some of the other interviews from NADA 2020.